I don't think people quite realise the implications of coming out of Europe. If they vote to come out and they lost all the working rights, they'd be angry as well.
If the Leave campaign wins, what will happen to me at work?
I went on to work on the plant when I was 21. You know, we're working in hot, sticky conditions. There was no regulations about working temperatures, manual handling, and there were people would lose fingers. You know, it used to be a funny thing. You'd talk to the lads and they'd be talking to you with a finger missing. There was no regulation. But thanks to the EU, you know, lots of things have come in, have made the workplace a safer place.
It backs us up a lot on the health and safety. The current English laws have been reduced a lot with the current government, and the additional protection we've got comes from Europe.
I used to be in the Royal Air Force, and then when I left the Air Force I come out and ended up working in a call centre. In today's call centre environments, I like to work here. They're often 24/7. If it wasn't for the EU, you know, I could have been forced to work, you know, weeks and weeks and weeks without a break.
I've recently gone back to work after having a little boy. Everything was fine for me. I had 6 months off, it was all okay. I went back to my job as I wanted to do, doing what I wanted to do. My fear is once the EU goes away, will those rights go away?
I've got a 3-year-old son, his name's Zach. It's his birthday next week and he's 3. I want to do more things with my son, but I just simply can't afford to. And if I lose my paid holiday, how can you afford to do it? You can't.
I'm going to be working for another 30 years, so everything's going to affect me really. I think it's better to be part of one big entity rather than a little island on our own.
I think if you want protection at work, if you want a job to be secured, then you need to vote to stay in Europe.
My biggest fear would be a degradation of workers' rights. There are protections out there, simply for wanting the knowing that there are rights that they can assert, and those rights usually come from or are supported by the EU.
On the 23rd of June for the referendum, I'll be voting in, definitely.
I'll be voting to remain.
My vote will be to remain in Europe.
I'll be voting to stay in.
On June the 23rd, I am voting to stay in Europe.
It's about Britain's own place in the world.
On the 23rd of June, I'll be voting Remain, but it's an angry Remain. I recognise Europe is far from perfect, but the only way we can rebalance that is to be in the European Union, shaping reform for working people. So get out and vote Remain.